Batman Arkham Knight. Now I'm gonna go on a record here and I'm probably gonna get some hate, but I don't care. Arkham Knight is my favorite Arkham game. I don't know what it is, but this game hit all the beats for me. A little while ago, I reviewed Arkham City on my channel and I loved it. It was my first Arkham game and it got me to play Arkham Knight and I was in love. So yeah, I don't care if it's not the most popular opinion, just let me explain. Y'all not gonna let me explain, huh? Whatever, let's just start. As is tradition, let's start with the story first. The very first thing we see is Joker dead, to show that he really did die in the last game, in case there was, any doubt. Then we get this iconic line.
This is how it happened. This is how the Batman died.
We then take control of this officer guy who is just trying to enjoy his meal. But it doesn't take long for all hell to break loose, like geez. Turns out this was the work of Scarecrow. He's like, this is just a little bit of my new fear toxin, so I suggest y'all get the fuck out of Gotham. So they listen, cause who's dumb enough to stay? Oh, well, I guess all these people are dumb enough. So Gotham is completely taken over by all these goons, so it's up to Batman to save the city. We meet up with Gordon and, hey, wait, I know that voice.
Glad my little girl got out when she did.
Mike Ehrmantraut? Finally, a Breaking Bad and Batman crossover. My dream came true. Anyway, we chase this car down and Batman reminds us why he's one scary son of a bitch. We now got a sample of Scarecrow's new toxin and we know where he is, so let's pay him a visit. All we find there is Poison Ivy locked up, so we take her in. Also, we now have a way of finding out where Scarecrow is making the toxin, so it's time to stop it. But first, it's time for a new suit, and this one doesn't just make us look badass, we now do shit like this. We pull up, but Scarecrow has some help, meaning our job just got harder. We save this guy and he tells us Scarecrow's getting ready to release his big ass bomb. We get him, but he knows about Barbara Gordon working with us, and now she's missing, and Scarecrow gets away. Batman prepares to make the ultimate sacrifice and reduce the blast radius. We're carefully moving these bombs, and everything is going good until Joker shows up and shoots us.
Miss me?
Yeah, I forgot about that, and it scared the shit out of me. Now we're playing as Commissioner Gordon. He enters this facility that's holding a bunch of people who are turning into Joker because they got infected with Joker's blood. That's all a flashback scene though, so we're back to present day and we escape Ace Chemicals. We tell Gordon Barbara was taken and we rush to the clock tower. We take out some guards, then Batman gets a vision of the night Barbara was paralyzed. When he snaps back into reality, all we find is her wheelchair, meaning she was taken. We then show Jim that Barbara works for us and it's our fault she was taken and Jim hates us now. We gotta do this quick side thing though, cause somehow Catwoman's dumbass got captured by Riddler, so I guess we gotta save her or something. But that has to wait, we gotta save Barbara first. We go full detective mode and reconstruct the crash scene and give the clue Barbara left behind to Lucius so he can tell us where she is. Turns out she's in the tunnels or some shit. We infiltrate it, but Arkham Knight shows up and shoots us, then sends like 30 people on us. We then have to chase this tank down and oh my lord, Batman shows us reason 3846 of why you don't want to be on his bad side.
What are you doing?
No! You can't do this!
We get the info that Arkham Knight is meeting with the Penguin's dumbass. But first, we gotta meet up with my boy Nightwing. We track this van, take out these guys, interrogate Penguin, then team up with Nightwing and whoop ass. Now our next destination is Stag's airship. We enter and fight these soldiers who have Stag. We talk to him, but Batman starts tripping hard. I forgot this happened, and honestly, this is badass. I love this. Anyway, Stag is captured again, so there's that. We ask him what the cloudburst is, but he gets hit with the fear toxin before he can tell us anything, so we knock him out.
Nightmare.
In the next room is Scarecrow himself, but there's two of them. We pick the wrong one and get hit with fear toxin again, and Joker takes control for a little bit. All the Jokers tempt Batman to pull the trigger, and Batman does. Good thing it was only an illusion, because Batman would have just broke his no-kill rule. But yeah, Scarecrow gets away and broadcasts Barbara's location, so let's save her. We get there and Scarecrow hits Barbara with the fear toxin. She grabs the gun and game ends herself. Batman puts aside his grief and finds out how to stop the cloudburst. The cloudburst is basically a bomb that'll engulf the entire city in his fear toxin. There's only one person who is immune to the toxin, Poison Ivy. Now we have to track some old ass trees because they help make an antitoxin. After that, we head to the movie studio where Robin is making a cure for the Joker-fied people. We use the computer to come up with the plan and bring the fight to Founders Island, aka the Arkham Knight and Scarecrow stronghold. We lower their defenses, and now we can use the Batwing to search for the cloudburst. We use the computer in the clock tower, and there's still no sign of where the cloudburst is, but we have to put that on hold because Harley Quinn has taken over the movie studio. You know, the place where Robin and all the weird Joker people are. Yeah, that place. So, that's pretty bad. We team up with Robin and whoop some ass. Now we gotta go take out the infected Jokers who are scattered across the movie theater. The first one we take out is the obsessed girl, and she wasn't too bad. Just take out some goons and we're good to go. This part was badass because of the dual stealth with Robin. Yeah, I'm a fan because it was fire. As we're walking, we get a vision of Jason Todd and the Joker. Yeah, Joker fucked them up. Like, jeez. Our second target is Singing Joker Guy, and I promise I get this song stuck in my head every time I hear it. This whole set piece is really good. Using Robin while Singing Joker is busy with us is really clever. I love it. While we head to the last fake Joker guy, we see another version of Joker breaking Jason's mind, and man, this is some fuck shit. The last fight against Strong Joker is a classic brawl, mano y mano. Batman and Robin beat his ass, and now only Harley Quinn is left. Well, that was easy. We go back to the cell room, and the fake Jokers have a little disease I call not aliveism, and the person who gave them that disease was Henry, the guy who was supposedly immune to Joker's disease. He looks at Batman and game ends himself because Batman is in fact the 5th person infected by Joker's blood. Robin tells Batman to enter the cell, and he does. While he's in there, he sees the last vision of Jason, and in this one, Joker finally pulls the trigger. Everything was a vision though, so instead of going into the cell, Batman throws Robin in so he can take out Scarecrow and the Arkham Knight once and for all. After protecting Ivy from all these damn drones, Alfred calls us and says he's found the cloudburst. But yeah, it goes off. Now take a look at the damage. I mean, damn, Gotham is gone. We have to go back and look for Stag since he created the bomb, so he has to know how to destroy it. He gives us this power cell thing, so Batman reminds us why he's the GOAT by diving head first into the fear toxin and repairing the Batmobile. We then go into these tunnels and free another big ass tree. Then the Arkham Knight tells us to face him 1v1 style. I can get down with that cause he's low-key annoying. We take down the Arkham Knight, but once again he gets away. Now we gotta rush to Poison Ivy cause she's not answering. We get there and Poison Ivy sacrifices herself to get rid of the toxin. Gotham is back to normal. Sorta. There's still, you know, bad people everywhere. Anyway, we gotta track down Gordon cause he's trying to stop Scarecrow all by himself. We go to where he was taken, but the militia is everywhere. Then the Arkham Knight ambushes us with this new drill machine thing. This boss fight is a little more exciting cause running from him gets my heart pumping. Alright, so this whole next sequence was blocked for copyright, so I'll just go over it fast so y'all don't have to stare at a black screen. Okay, ready? So Arkham Knight is actually Jason Todd. What? Anyway, we have to take him down, which we do. Batman and Gordon go up to the elevator, then Gordon betrays us, Barbara's alive, then we take down all these drones. Barbara is working on finding Gordon, but the Scarecrow sends a big ass army on us. And yes, we do have to take it down. After all this fighting, we gain the info that Scarecrow is at the movie studio. We get there and Tim's gone. Scarecrow got him and he's gonna use that to his advantage. Welp, The ending is also blocked due to copyright, so yeah, that's a real bummer. The ending of this game is really good, and if y'all haven't played it, go play it cause I won't do it justice. So I don't know how the overall reception of the story was for most people who played it, but for me personally, I really liked it. The weakest part for me was the Arkham Knight. The twist that he was Jason Todd was kind of expected. I feel like it only tricked people who don't know shit about Batman. I mean, he wasn't a downright horrible villain or anything, but I don't know, he was just okay. Now, I personally love Scarecrow as a villain in general, so I was happy that he got some spotlight in this game. So yeah, Scarecrow is a dub in my opinion. This game also continued the dynamic of Joker and Batman, and wow, the performances of Mark Hamill and the late Kevin Conroy are peak. I'll never get tired of these two, honestly. But this is a video game, however, so let's talk about what makes video games video games. Gameplay. This game has some of the best combat I've ever played, and I'm not exaggerating. This is legit some of the most fun I've ever had. Everything is just so smooth that it makes you want to do some badass combos. They added environmental attacks and it does wonders to the immersion level cause yeah, Batman would use his surroundings to his advantage. In some parts, you team up with Batman's allies and I absolutely love this addition. You're able to switch characters mid-fight and use their abilities and it really spices up the combos. Also, the dual takedown thing looks and feels so good to pull off, I love it. Now of course, you have your regular enemies, but they start to add in more types like these ninja guys, shield guys, big guys with dual blades, big guys with shields or shock hands, these heal guys that can also give people shock hands, dudes with knives, and dudes with these shock things. So yeah, needless to say, there's a lot of enemies, and when every single one is all together, it gets really complicated in a good way, if that makes sense. This time around, I use my gadgets during combos way more because it just feels so smooth during combat. So yeah, if you can't tell by now, I am a huge fan of this combat system. Now of course, the free flow combat isn't the only type of combat. There's also Predator mode, and I love it here, which is crazy for me to say because I usually don't care for stealth in games, but not here. Here, this is straight fire. I know I said I got tired of the Predator sections in my Arkham City video, which was my own fault cause it's still really good in that game. I just like it way more in this one. I found myself using my gadgets in unique ways, just trying to finish these in the most badass ways possible. And when I did, I was one happy son of a bitch, let me tell y'all. I wasn't just hiding and waiting for an opening. Instead, I was creating my own openings and taking them out. That one part in the game with the movie studios where we team up with Robin and do stealth together was badass. It reminded me that, yeah, these two are partners and they really show that in this section. It was really cool to see. The enemy types here are the gun guys, the healers, the guys in control of the drones, the invisible to detective mode guys, big minigun dudes, the guy that can track you if you're using detective mode, so yeah, a good amount of variety. A new move introduced in this game is the multi-takedown thing, and I love it, it's so badass. One of my favorite things to do was hack that drone and use it to take out 3 people, it felt so badass. Also, using the voice thing is really funny to use when you pull it off, but you can't just spam it because they'll catch on, so it's not like it's overpowered or anything. But yeah, this game has my favorite stealth in any video game ever. So this is an open world game that takes place in Gotham. The map is a pretty decent size with a good amount of exploring to do. The overall feel of Gotham is great. Everything is destroyed because all the street guys are doing riots and breaking into buildings. You can also see like random car chases, and I don't know, this game just does a good job at showing why Batman is needed in this city because everything is fucked. The city is split up into different sections and each one feels different and unique, so you never get tired of looking at this beautiful landscape and buildings. Oh yeah, this game is beautiful. It's hard to believe that this came out back in 2015. It honestly looks better than some of the games releasing today, like that's crazy to me. This map is pretty big, so luckily we have 2 ways of getting around. Batman's grappler can be upgraded and it makes you move hella fast. But there's also another way to travel, and that's the Batmobile. Yeah, it's time to talk about why people didn't really like this game, and honestly, come on guys, it's not that bad. The only thing I'll say is bad is the stealth missions and the damn Deathstroke fight. The combat section of the Batmobile isn't the funnest thing in the world, but it's not horrible and it's definitely not enough to bring this game down, at least in my opinion. Driving around in the Batmobile is fun. You can really feel the power in this thing, and it makes traversing the city pretty fun. In the story, when you have to use it, I never found it annoying or anything. I mean, you don't really need to use it a lot. At least it doesn't feel like that. But of course, that's just how I feel. Everyone's gonna have their different opinions on it, and that's okay. Replaying Batman Arkham Knight was an absolute joyride. Everything in this game was fun. The combat, the stealth, the exploration, and yes, even the Batmobile gave me a good time. And I honestly want to play it more and redo all the side content because those were pretty good too. But yeah, I'm just a nobody. Go play this game and form your own opinion on it, dude. I think y'all have some fun with it. Anyway, like if you liked it, subscribe if you want to see more videos like this, and well, I'm out of here.